Welcome to the Insurance Marketing Masterclass, where we discuss how to market and grow your insurance agency. I'm your host, Joshua Farley. In today's episode, we're going to continue on our lead generation discussion, and we're going to be talking about attracting your customers by creating valuable content. All right, so we're going to get right into this. We've talked about lead magnets before, and drawing people into your website and converting leads. But having your lead magnet kind of just there is not enough, right? So and it can be. It depends if you advertise around it and stuff. But let's talk about another way other than advertising to draw in some traffic. And using CTAs attract people to your leads. And the main and obvious point here is to build content around your lead magnet. So whether it's the typical ebook or you have other lead magnets, checklists, cheat sheets or whatever. On your website, and so you want to build blog posts around that. You want to build, depends on what mediums you're using. Maybe you're using YouTube a lot, and so create a few videos around the topic, draw people back, tell them to come back, but also embed those YouTube videos into your site and share it from your site. Because the advantage to doing that is you have your CTAs on your website. You can't really necessarily go and put CTAs on YouTube. You can at the end of the video or throughout, but I think it's less likely if they're on YouTube. They're less likely to go to your website. They're already on your website. The probability is higher that they're going to click the CTAs in the side panel or somewhere around the content, and even still, if you have the CTAs in the video, everything's just more succinct. So I would say one of the big things, though, is the quality of the content. So I have 7 quality content tips here. And the first one is make your content persona-oriented. So we did talk about buyer personas in an earlier episode. You really want to target the person that is going to be reading this, the person that you are trying to draw in, and making it very relevant to them. So always start your content with your persona in mind, and if you're starting in that direction, then you keep your content consistent with that, then you should have a pretty good kind of network built around your lead magnet. So the next one is help or entertain people. You want to try to provide value. You want takeaways for people, or you want to entertain them and leave a good feeling about your company and your brand. So those would be 2 big things. The third one would be to provide useful and unique content if possible. Sometimes a unique aspect may not be there simply because the concepts of insurance or any other field, pretty much for the most part, is rather old, and there's not new information. But you got to remember too that it could be very unique for the person reading it. So it might be something you're used to, you think about every day, and the person that's buying a house for the first time, they're not used to this, so it's going to come across as unique. So I would definitely obviously treat it as a unique piece and your piece, and personalize it to you. So and make it useful. And along the lines of making it useful, when it comes to entertaining people, you have to remember what your end goal is. If your end goal is to wow them or enchant them about your agency, then creating that effect, and that's success in itself. Maybe not in terms of lead generation, but just simply entertaining people. And so anyway, the fourth one is making it contextually relevant. So in today's world, we have mobile phones and we have different content platforms like podcasts that we're listening to now. We have video, blogs. Gosh, I mean, there's so many different things that you can do to attract people, and not just that, but different platforms. Again, begin with your persona in mind, and make sure that your media type and the platform you're distributing on is accurate for your target demographic. The fifth one is build trust. You definitely want to try to build trust, especially with the help side of things, between the help and the entertain. But even the entertain, I think, just kind of naturally does that. If you succeed in entertaining somebody, you're going to have that trust. So, but when it comes to, providing content that helps people, trying to build that trust is very important. And the next step is making it actionable. Give readers or people viewing or listening, give them actionable takeaways, and it's really good to provide that in context to your download. Go download this, and you'll get more information. So, and try to add an emotional component. And I think, again, another reason that entertaining somebody is so good. And going back to the Yeti, conversation that we had on the very first episode, that's really kind of what they do. They entertain people. The brand is there. They're providing the content, and they create a good feeling. And people spend hundreds of dollars on their ice boxes. So the emotional component is very important. I think when it comes to the helps, like helping people to do something or giving them a how-to or whatever, their emotional component to some degree is tied up in the fact that they need that. If they're searching for that, then that if it answers their questions and guides them in the right direction, the emotional component, will be there. It'll connect with them on an emotional level because you're connecting with their need. So that's the 7 tips. And the other thing I just wanted to say is that a lot of times, content is very crowded, and you need to stand out. One good thing in the insurance like agency space, especially when it comes to like local areas, if you're even a little bit out of a city, the competition on your content for your local area usually is not that intense. So it's just a matter of getting it in front of people. So another thing would be, as I mentioned, kind of standing out. And ways to do this, I just want to kind of touch on this too. Make your content clean, like good graphic design, good layout. If you need a new website, definitely start thinking about that, I guess. Promotion also needs to be clean. So any type of like ads or your calls to action, or and even the consistency between the landing page and the CTAs or the ads, make things look and feel the same. So there's a consistency from what they click on to what they land on. And actually, tests have been done on this, that conversion rates will drop if the consistency of your ad and your landing page, the copy, the feeling, what they think they're getting in the ad versus what they're actually getting according to the landing page they land on. All that needs to have one consistent voice, one consistent message. And so the other thing I would say, and especially in your ads, is make your content very clear. Because you have, especially in an ad, because you have, very limited time. You want somebody to understand why they're going to click on this and what they're going to get for doing it. And then, when it comes to the landing page, you don't want to bog them down in too much text either. So, keep it as clean as possible, as clear as possible, to your point, and try not to waste your audience's time. And on that note, I'm pretty much done. There is one thing real quick. If you can go to the website at blue-phoenix.net/IMM, and at the top, there is a request a topic page. You can click into that. And if you have questions or anything, I would love to, be as relevant as possible to the people that are listening. So drop in, give me some topic points, and we'll go from there. So thanks for listening. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe, and also go to blue-phoenix.net/IMM. That's IMM for Insurance Marketing Masterclass. Look forward to seeing you there. Have a great day.